Hi,
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Yes, we.
How are you? Where are you joining us from? And yeah, introduce yourself. We
Yeah,
want
sure. So, hello, everybody. My name is Kate. I am from the United States of America. I grew up on the East Coast, so in Maryland. But then I moved to the West Coast, and so I tell everyone I am from Portland, Oregon. I lived there for about almost 4 years, 3, 4, and yeah, that's me. Jessica, tell us about yourself.
I am from England. I grew up in London. And when I was 18, I moved to the north of England to a city called Leeds for 3 years. And then I moved to the beautiful city of Bologna, where I am currently now.
That's fantastic. So that's Jessica, and I'm Kate, and we have a question for you, which is, ta-da!
So, if you had to go camping for an afternoon, what are 3 things you would bring?
So you must go camping. You do not have to sleep in a tent, but you will go out into the wilderness for just an afternoon. What are 3 things you would bring? Jessica.
I would bring. Okay, what's the name? um, the the thing that you use to make fire, the gas thing.
Oh, the like like the long torch.
No, like there's little gas fires, basically a
Mm,
gas fire,
a
which
propane
you like
tank.
heat water on. So, because basically what I would bring is the gas fire, a mug, and a tea bag.
Just one tea bag.
Just a tea bag. I love having a cup of tea when I'm camping. Oh my God, I'm so British. It's actually ridiculous. I
Yeah.
feel like every webinar that I do, I end up talking about tea. It's like becoming such an apparent thing in my life right now about how important tea is to me.
It's a cultural thing.
It's
Yeah,
such,
in America it's coffee, so I understand. But it's still not the same, you know. There's a tea culture in Great Britain, and in America there's like we have coffee culture, but it's different. It's not like in Great Britain.
sacred.
Yeah. It's not sacred, yeah. And,
Yeah.
and you guys, you have that sacred ritual.
Like I was talking the other day with an Italian friend about cups of tea, and he asked me like, "Is it really that like strong?" And I was like, I sent him like literally a 5-minute voice note about drinking tea. And it's that thing, like if ever I'm upset, anything's happened, and someone just goes, "Hey Jess, do you want a cup of tea?" It's like comfort, you know? It's like, oh yeah, like suddenly I'm not crying, I'm not sad anymore, all my problems just go away, and I have my cup of tea. It's like comfort in a mug.
You know, I'm gonna start drinking tea. I think it's wonderful and it's healthy. Okay, too much of anything is not healthy. Okay, but it's nice and healthy to have some tea every now and again, and it's comfort. Yeah, nice. Um, definitely, that's a good thing. What would I bring? I would bring a musical instrument, so maybe a guitar or my little hand harp, like a lyre, or something, just to sing and play, you know. And I would.
I did not know that about you.
It's a lyre. It's like a harp. It's not a harp, but it's a little hand harp. It's 6 strings, called a lyre, like this. Lyre. Okay, I know. And I put B. What is B? As a noun. I meant to hit N. And yeah, I can play it a little bit, but enough to sing some songs. You have to sing while you're camping. Okay.
Cool.
It's the law. You must. And what else? Marshmallows, maybe. That's American. To do some s'mores.
Oh yeah, marshmallows on the bonfire.
Yeah.
Very important.
And probably a blanket, because I would want to stay in the evening, and there's nothing more relaxing than having your, and a chair. So maybe 4 things. You know, your little blanket, your little chair.
Kate, it's only 3. You've got to get rid of one. Which one first?
The marshmallows. I'll just borrow I'll make you bring more tea, and then I'll borrow your tea.
Yeah, I'll bring a pack of tea, not just one tea bag.
Perfect. And then we'll drink tea, and I'll bring a set of chairs. That still counts as one, and some blankets, and we can just snuggle up with it.
Yeah, perfect. Hello, Vincenzo from Bologna. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, how are you? Like Jessica said, let us know in the comments, and also tell us the 3 things you would bring if you went camping.
I think a speaker is very important. I need music.
Yes.
Me and my group of friends back home, we have like a tradition. Every summer we go camping. We've been doing it for like 6 years now. And every year it gets bigger and bigger. And I think one day it may become a mini festival. But we started it. Originally, there was only 4 of us that started this camping trip. And I think last summer there was like 40 people. It was insane. Wow. And it was just like 3 days of all camping and having like lots of music and bonfires and staying up, talking around the bonfire, like good fun.
Yeah, that's really, really fun. Yeah, I love it. I miss camping. That's cool. It gets bigger every year, huh?
Yeah.
That's nice. I when I lived on the East Coast before I moved, I would go every year to the Delaware Folk Festival, which we knew the people. I actually had a personal relationship with the owners of the property who would have the festival. So I would go out there a day earlier sometimes. I would set up my camping area, and I would stay there, and sometimes it would help so I wouldn't have to pay. I would like help with the beer stall, or I would sell some things. One year I did palm reading and tarot reading. Yeah, and that was super fun. And it was always fantastic. There was this space in the woods, this large clearing. And so around the clearing, everybody camped. And then they had a path to a stage. So they had a path through an actual wooded area where there were people selling shirts and there were like artisanal beer stands, and different vendors who were selling merchandise of like earrings and jewelry and things. And of course, a big stage with all these beautiful lights. They were strung through the trees as well. And so it was just like beautiful, sparkling evening, lots of campfires, and we'd play music after the performances would end. And it was really cool. I even saw a few people I knew from my job, which was strange. But they were musicians, so sometimes they'd go and perform. So it was cool.
Very nice. Very nice. So let us know, what are the 3 things you would bring with you? What would you take camping? Let us know.
Tell us, please. And yeah, so camping is one of my favorite things. I don't get to do it anymore. My husband does not like camping. He doesn't want to camp.
You don't need to go with him, right? You can go with other people.
Yeah, exactly. So next time you go on your little camping adventure, Jessica, just bring me.
I'll let you know.
And I'll be like
on the beach. That's my next goal.
Let's go to the beach. Well, I had one thing I love to be is the token American. So when there are all these British people, I just be the one American. And it's like, oh, This is my little token American friend. Okay.
Do you want to read this one?
Sure. Tatiana, hello. She says, hi, girls. I'm Tatiana from Lyon. If I had to go camping for an afternoon, I would bring my thermos with tea inside. Okay. Got more tea. A sandwich, a cap, and good shoes. Nice.
Yes.
Perfection. Really cool.
On the same page with the tea. Want to be on the same page? That's a nice expression, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll put that there.
In English, we say, "Oh, we're on the same page," which means that we're thinking the same way. We have the same idea. To be on the same page as someone. So me and you, we're on the same page. We both want to bring our tea.
Exactly. Good. Yeah, to be on the same page, to think the same thing as someone, or to be in sync, with someone. So you're doing sort of the same thing, have the same point of view or mentality. Yeah, definitely. I think we're all sort of on the same page to bring also something warm or something comfortable. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, to see eye to eye.
To see eye to eye. Yeah, perfect.
Good one.
Really good. Okay. So if you're just joining us, you can answer the question, but I think we're going to take a look at the focus activity. So let me just grab that for us. That's gonna be, so let me get rid of this banner here. Da-da-da-da-da. And can you read for me, Jessica?
A camping trip. In this focus activity, camping vocabulary, modal perfects, and planning a camping trip.
Nice. Okay.
So, a camping trip. What do you need to pack for a camping trip?
Great question. So we're already talking a little bit about this, but now imagine you will stay for the night, not just an afternoon. What do you need? What do you need? What is this thing? Yeah. Shelter.
This is my shelter. I was very, very silly. And I went camp. It's actually 3 years in a row now that I have brought my shelter, but no poles. And you can't put the up without the poles, right?
Why? Why did you forget your poles?
I don't know where they are. But I'd always see the tent. Oh, sorry. I just said the word, the tent. I would see the tent bag with the tent in. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. To get to the camping every year and go, oh, guys, guess what? I'd be like, Jess forgot her poles. And so I would be tent hopping throughout the trip, staying in different people's tents each night.
No, that's nice, actually. That's really cool. So you're kind of just like, okay, it's my turn to stay with you, so make room, I'm coming in.
Move over.
I'm sleeping in here tonight. Really, really cool. I think it's good you have such a good friendship with the people that you camp with, that you can just say, okay, I'm going to camp with you now.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm sleeping in here. Really cool. So we need a tent. Yeah, I am super good at putting up tents. And it's always really funny because no matter who I am with, I always seem to have one person who can't do it, and then I do it for them. Don't worry, I got it. You relax.
Nice. You can definitely come on my camping trip then.
Fair enough. I'll put up the tent. Well, I'll bring the poles.
Yeah, you bring the poles.
There we go. You bring the tent, I'll bring the poles. Bam.
So we've spoken about a tent. What else do we need?
Yeah. What other things can we bring? We talked a little earlier about things that help us stay comfortable. We can also think about the kind of things we need to sleep. So what are some things we can stay comfortable with, or things we need to sleep? Objects we sleep on, okay, or in.
We need to pack in our backpack. At first, a tent. Next, a sleeping bag. Then napkins and pans for cooking. Great job.
Fantastic, Vincenzo. He is the camping master here.
Excellent.
Yes, good. Yeah, so what you were looking for was backpack. Backpack. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, it's good. Yeah, a tent. Sleeping bag. Fantastic vocabulary. Okay. And some gas and pans for cooking. So one thing I will say is there's something else as well. We have a sleeping bag. If you enjoy sleeping on the ground, sleeping bag is perfect. But some people don't like to sleep on the ground. And what do they need then, Jessica?
Well, there are some options here because you can just lie on a mat, something that is similar to a yoga mat. People are really okay with this as an option, or you can have a nice blow up mattress.
Blow up mattress.
I always find the blow up mattresses are such an effort. And then I hate it when the air goes down, when you wake up and it's so uncomfortable.
Yes, exactly. Every time. I have in the past had a machine which would blow up the mattress for you. So you wouldn't have to do anything, but it's always important to bring a second blow up mattress because the first one always puts you on the ground. Yeah, you wake up and you're on the ground. So to have a second can help because if you wake up in the middle of the night and you have a problem, you can just inflate another. And but that is also a pain. So
yeah, I can't carry that many blow up mattresses. I don't know. They're quite heavy.
Yeah, they can be. It depends. I think like the really big ones can be quite heavy. I've had some lighter ones, but they are the ones that tend to
go down.
Yeah.
I honestly think this webinar might turn into a real live outdoors because I think I have birds like inside my ears and I think they're going to break through it anyway.
I would look into that, yeah. Oh dear, I would look into that.
Yeah. You probably need to pack some water and food. Good, yeah, definitely, very important. A tent, a sleeping bag, a good friend, of course. Yeah, really nice.
Really fantastic. Well done, yes, for sure. Okay, so here are some examples. Can you read that for me, Jessica?
So we have a tent, a sleeping bag, canteen, flashlight or lantern, marshmallows, fishing pole if you like fishing, fish, extra clothes, trash bag. Yes, trash bags are important. Rain gear and toiletries. Rain gear. Shoes. You need to have sensible shoes.
Sensible shoes. What does that mean? What are sensible shoes?
Sensible shoes that are suitable for the outdoors. You don't want to be taking some soft trainers with you camping. It might rain, it could be muddy. You want waterproof and hard, sturdy boots.
Yes.
A headlight is necessary for the night, Vincenzo says. Yeah.
Exactly. A headlight, like this is the light you have on a hat or a helmet, on a cap. Yeah, definitely. I would think it's important, especially if you need to use the bathroom at night. You want to be able to see where you are walking. That is very important. What else? Well, let's look at some of the vocabulary here. So rain gear. So what is gear, Jessica?
Gear is like, I don't want to say equipment.
It's similar.
It's similar, like stuff that's suitable for rain. So we would have like a rain mat, a rain waterproof clothes. There we go. Waterproof clothes.
Waterproof. Exactly. Tent cover, waterproof jackets, a rain jacket, etc. Yeah, exactly. Ta-da! In this case, like waterproof tent cover, waterproof jackets, raincoats, that kind of thing, a poncho maybe, um, sensible shoes, like you said. And what are toiletries, Jessica?
All of our little things that we use in usually the bathroom at home. Cleaning products, our toothbrush, our toothpaste, maybe some mouthwash. Um, maybe you want a little face wipe. You want to clean your face. Deodorant. Deodorant is very important.
Deodorants,
Body
exactly.
wash.
Toothbrush, face wash, exactly, etc. Nice, perfect.
Okay, on this list, which is the most important for you?
Um, I would think a canteen for one, because a lot of people when they're camping, they're also drinking alcohol, and it's very important to make sure you drink water, especially if you're also, and if it's sunny, if it's summertime, it's especially important to stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
And I would think the second most important thing is a tent, because otherwise, where are you going to sleep, you know? Unless you're Jessica and you're tent hopping. What about you?
Marshmallows.
So for you, it's everything else is not important, but the marshmallows.
You need the marshmallows. The
You
marshmallows
need the
are very
marshmallows.
important.
So that, yeah, definitely. Okay, good, good. Let us know what you think the most important thing on this list is, or if you have any doubts or questions. We are going to look at this.
Also, if you're going camping in the summer, which you probably will be, mosquito spray. Insect repellent is so important, people.
I'm gonna write that. Insect repellent or bug spray is what we say. That's what you need. You need it. Insect repellent or bug spray.
Sunscreen.
And sunscreen. Ooh, that's a good one too. Sunscreen. Especially if it's the summertime.
Wow.
You need some sunscreen. And this is what we call sun cream. Sunscreen. Okay, or sun lotion. Okay, now, really good. What are some potential problems you might need to prepare for? So Jessica already is going there. Bugs would be one.
I get eaten alive by mosquitoes.
Yeah, to be
That's
eaten.
my bad.
Okay, is an expression to be eaten alive by mosquitoes. Also, me. My parents used to say that I had sweet blood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it was always that I had 20 or 30 mosquito bites and everyone else had like 5.
Yeah, I'm very similar. I actually had in the summer, I was with my old flatmate, and at one point I just had a little hissy fit. I was like, I just can't get any more bites. So annoying.
You were over it. You were done with the
I
mosquito
was so
bites.
done by this point. I was like, I just don't want any more mosquito bites.
I hate this. Let me out. I don't want it. Yes, definitely. So
And when they get inside your tent, and all you can hear is the.
you can hear the mosquito, but you can't see the mosquito.
And you're like, yeah.
Get away! Get away! Oh dear!
You need to prepare for a bear attack. Sorry, but it happens. Oh no, definitely not wherever I camp in England, but maybe if you're camping in more exotic places.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's not that exotic. Believe it or not, in the area around Bologna, I don't know. I think maybe there are some bears. There are boars. Wild boars.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's cool until you get chased into a tree. A wild boar is like a large, aggressive, wild pig.
Were you chased by a wild boar?
So one, I've never had this experience. However, during a checkpoint for, I can't remember which level, but I know that during one of our checkpoints, I believe level 6 or 7, there is, I think it's 7, you have to tell a story using the past simple and the past continuous together. And one of my students told me a story of camping, or no, I think just having a walk outside of Bologna in the wilderness. And he said he was chased by a wild boar and he had to climb a tree to survive.
That is such a cool story, though.
I know, isn't it? And I said, wow, oh my gosh, well, it's cool, but sounds scary. I would be really scared. I don't know how to, I mean, I can't climb trees, so I would die, I think.
Oh no.
So I can't go camping in the wilderness. I'm gonna get killed by a boar. But also a bear. And one way to prepare is to keep your food in a tree. There are coolers with like mechanisms you can put in a tree, and you can pull it up at night and then put it down. So that way the bear is not attracted by the smell of food. But it can still happen. So
good idea.
Be careful. Okay. So these are just some examples. Now we have some situations.
Oh, Vincenzo.
Yeah.
I slept in a tent in Morgon. Where's this? I don't know how to
Morogoro?
Park? Where is that, Vincenzo? During the night, we were surrounded by a lot of animals. I don't know which kind. Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, it's one of the fun things about camping. You can hear everything at night. And at night, lots of animals feel more comfortable to come out because you are in your tent. So they can move around. And yes, I have had that experience as well. Only for me, it was deer. There were deer and there were raccoons, I imagine. And maybe possums, other things. Whoa.
Cool, Vincenzo.
Tanzania. Well, look at that. We completely forgot about the first aid kit.
Yes. It's a good job we have you with us. Otherwise, I mean, I know for one that I'm probably the person that definitely needs the first aid kit. Yes. So it's a good job we've got you with us on this camping trip.
Yes, thank you, Tatiana. You saved us.
So, camping trip. How could these campers have better prepared for the following problems? We ran out of food. We were freezing in our tents. It rained and we got soaked. We couldn't toast marshmallows.
Okay.
So to be soaked, what does that mean? Kate,
soaked. So if I am in the rain, all of my clothes, my hair, they absorb the water, right? They take the water in. So to be soaked is to have your hair, your clothes, everything wet, just completely filled with water. Your shoes. So yeah, to get soaked or
that's something I can't stand with camping is if my feet get wet and cold. Oh, that for me is a nightmare.
I understand completely. I'm okay with being wet. I'm okay with being soaked. There's just one thing I cannot stand. It's when my socks get wet.
Yeah.
then I have a problem.
Wet socks is awful.
I had an experience in Bologna where the weather was quite good in the morning, and then it turned. So I worked a shift at MyES Bologna Mille, and I went home. But when I left in the late afternoon, it had started to rain. So I was walking to the train station, and I was wearing trainers because the weather changed. I stepped in water without, I didn't mean to, I didn't see it, I didn't think it was deep. And my socks were so wet. And I had to ride the train and walk home with wet socks. It's disgusting.
Not fun.
Mm.
The worst
Yes.
problem is the rain. I agree.
I agree as well. You're right, Vincenzo. The worst problem is the rain. What else? So we were freezing. What does that mean? We were freezing in our tents.
Super, super, super cold. If we were freezing in our tents, then we should have brought more blankets, more warm jumpers and clothes.
Good. Yes. So let's have a chat about modal perfects really quickly. Really good, Jessica. So for example, you said we should have brought. So the structure for a modal perfect is modal plus have, always, because we start with a modal, so the second verb, always infinitive. Modal plus have plus past participle, right? So we should have brought, we could have brought, we might, that's a little different for this situation, but
would have.
We would have brought. Thank you. I couldn't think. My brain was not working. So I want you watching us, just like Jessica did, to give advice using modal perfects, using the structure here, to give advice to these people. Let's start with the first one. We ran out of food. So what advice using a modal perfect can you give to them? Ooh, Giovanna, welcome.
Hello. At the end of August, we would say there was a great thunderstorm and my tent was soaked. Good job. I love thunderstorms.
Really nice, yeah.
And so remember, we can usually use should and could interchangeably in this sense. So should and could, we realize after what we could have done differently. So when we use could, it's a past possibility. But when we use would, we like to imagine the imagined result. So I would have brought another jumper if I had known it was going to be so cold.
Exactly. Good. Really nice. Exactly. So we have could, past possibility, like Jessica said, should, advice to the past, or making a judgment on what was better or, worse to do. So I should have, positive, it would have been better. Or I shouldn't have, negative, it was a bad idea. Okay. Yes, exactly, Vincenzo.
We bought more food. Good.
Fantastic. Good. Yes, you had the possibility. We could have brought more food. We should have brought more food. We would have brought more food, but like Jessica explained earlier, always remember, for would, there is a condition. You're always saying we would have, but, and you have to explain what the problem was, or we would have if, and you
For
can add a
example,
condition.
we would have brought more food, but we couldn't carry any more.
Perfection. Yes. So that would be the condition. And if, like Jessica said earlier, we would have brought more, or I would have brought a jumper if I had known it would be freezing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be so cold. So what else? Let's look at number 2. We were freezing in our tents. Jessica gave a wonderful example. What are some other things? Let's practice also with should and would.
Freezing in our tents.
Our modal perfects.
It's always cold at night in the tent, but when you wake up in the morning, it's always hot and sweaty and really gross.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Almost. Good, Giovanna. Good. We have forget. Then the past is forgot. And the past participle is, let us know.
Forgot.
Mm-hmm. Forget, forgot, and forgot, forgotten. Good, yeah. Shouldn't. That was perfect. Have forgotten lots of canned foods.
We know you're probably typing away quickly, and there's a bit of a delay sometimes. So
forgot
not
is
forgot though.
It is the past simple, but remember, this is the third form of the verb, the past participle. What about it rained and we got soaked? What's an example? Jessica, what's an example?
Wow, we rained and we got soaked. We should have bought a cover, like a gazebo.
A gazebo, like a tent gazebo, or
like no, we call them. I don't know what you call them in America. In England, we call them gazebos, where it's like a stand with a cover, and you can sit under it. It's not a tent, so the sides are open. It's just a
trying to think. There is a specific word in English, but I can't in American English, but I can't remember. We rented some pavilions. Pavilion. Okay, so you call it a gazebo in the UK, and we call it a pavilion, like a tent pavilion. In the it has. And tell me that I spelled it wrong, but it's okay now. Yeah, a pavilion in the USA. It's the big stand with the tents, like the tent cover, but then it's open. Pavilion. Nice, very cool. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, got to bring that. So what else? We couldn't toast marshmallows. Choose any of these examples. Let us know in the comments. What do you think? Jessica, what do you think?
I would have brought firewood if I had known you were bringing marshmallows.
Whoa, nice. So we had no fire, so it's impossible. Almost. If I had, would we say taken? Jessica, what do you think?
If I had taken a warm clothes, if I had taken a warm clothes, I wouldn't felt cold. Okay. We need to swap this around. And don't forget, modal perfect. You're missing a word. It's the modal plus have. So we could say, I wouldn't have felt cold if I had taken wool clothes.
Good job.
Nice try. Good sentence, Vincenzo. Right.
And Vincenzo, that's good. Well done. And fantastic. Good, good, good. Really nice. Very fun.
In the summer of 2018, I went to
Palanquin?
near
Near Marseille.
Oh, I know where you're talking about. I really, really want to go.
Ah,
Only for swimming in the Mediterranean Sea. I've heard that the swimming there is amazing. Oh no, but suddenly, nice word, a storm began and heavy rain fell. I got soaked in 5 seconds. I don't know about you, but I find it really exciting if I'm in the sea and then it starts to rain because it's like I'm wet and I'm wet. And like, you know? And then also it's just more exciting, it's fun, and you're like, oh, it's raining and I'm in the water.
that's really cute, actually. You're adorable.
We've got some more. It was impossible to walk in the mountains because of the water.
Well,
So I had to hide in the mountains and wait until the next morning. I really should have bought rain gear. So we're not going to say a rain gear, it's in general, rain gear.
just like a
A sleeping bag and more food. Excellent. Really good job.
fantastic. That was a great story, Tatiana, and it was almost perfect. Really, really good. Nice. Okay, good. And so, yeah, we would just say because of the water. Nice. Ta-da! Really nice. Okay. Love it. Here are some examples like we were talking about. Now, read for me.
All right, we have match the parts to complete the modal perfect sentence expressing regret about the camping trip. Ooh, they could have packed. They should have taken. They shouldn't have gone. I would have, woulda. I wouldn't have. Kate, do you want to read the right?
Good. Looked for sticks, extra clothes, rain gear, been so ill prepared, without plenty of food. Nice. Vincenzo says, it's so remember, you need an object pronoun here, and it is dangerous for lightning. Yes.
Mm-mm.
You must be careful.
Yeah, you have to be. When I was actually, it was very strange. I remember when I was a child, I was leaving the shopping centre with my mum, and we walked out into the car park, and literally a few meters away from us, lightning struck the ground. That's the closest I've ever been to lightning.
I would be so scared.
It was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was really scary. That sounds scary. I have had I've never seen a lightning strike that close. But I remember driving from my house when I was in my early 20s to visit my father's house so we could see my dog, because she was very sick, and the next day I had to take her to the vet to say goodbye to her. And so we wanted to drive there, and it was important so we could spend time with the dog. But the rain, there was this crazy storm that hit out of nowhere. And it was like the sky opened, is an expression. So the sky opened. When rain pours suddenly. So the sky opened, and the lightning and thunder was actually striking right around the highway, and it got so bad we could barely see. We had to turn around, and we just went early the next day instead, but it was quite intense.
Yeah, I feel like driving in extreme weather conditions is really scary. Like, even just driving in a very thick fog, it's like really there's something so uncertain about it.
Yeah, I've had to do it more than once. So if you're following with us, be sure to matched. So let's start with they could have packed. And we want you to match the modal perfect with the correct sentence, the correct other half. By the way, we have only 5 minutes left. So if you have any questions for Jessica or for go ahead and type them. Let us know in the comment section. Okay. So they could have packed. What could they have packed? What do we pack? What does pack mean, Jessica?
Pack, to put in my bag.
In
my bag.
Right. Okay. To put in my bag. So Vincenzo says, extra clothes. They could have packed extra clothes. Okay. Ta-da! Perfection. Good.
They should have taken.
If the sky opens up,
you definitely need.
What do you need? So the sky opens up, rain is coming down, and I just messed it up. It's fine. Yes, extra clothes. Good, Giovanna. For number 1 is extra clothes. Good. So taken, it's very similar to what Vincenzo said earlier. Good job. Good job.
Rain gear. Excellent.
Really good. He says rain gear. Rain gear, Giovanna. Good. All right.
They shouldn't have gone.
Where? Let us know. Let us know. Shouldn't have gone. So in this case, we know gone is the past participle of to go. And so in this case, we're thinking of a phrasal verb.
And remember, it means that they have not returned. So think about gone and been. So now, if I went to the toilet, I'm no longer in view. It'll be, Jess has gone. If I go back and I come back, I have been. So good.
Exactly.
They have gone without plenty of food. Excellent.
Yes, Giovanna, really, really well done. And I understand Vincenzo maybe been so ill-prepared, but remember, we have gone already. So we already have our past participle. So we don't need a second past participle. So you would say they shouldn't have gone without plenty of food. Nice. I would have. Next.
I would have.
So something that, yeah, exactly. An action that you take. You would have what? Okay.
Woulda.
I woulda.
If you want the very informal version, woulda, shoulda, coulda.
That's right.
You're at home now and you want to practice it. I think it's fun to say. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. I woulda, shoulda.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda. We call those the soft form of the verbs. Okay. Yeah, I would have been. Okay, so hold on. I understand. It's a good guess. However, remember, when we're talking about woulds, it's a hypothetical situation in the past. So in this case, I would have been so ill-prepared. Do we think that's something we would say, or are we expressing a regret? Just like the title says here, it means something went wrong. So there we go.
Looked for sticks. Good job. I would have looked for sticks.
Yes, this is something they did not do. So they have regret. I would have looked for sticks.
Just in time. That leaves our last one, which is I wouldn't have been so ill prepared. Very good job this morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And now you are all very prepared campers.
That's right. Enjoy your next camping trip. Have a good lunch and see you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.